Being notified that your website is down is incredibly important, but so is reducing the amount of alerting noise you get. Because when noise is too high, emails get missed, alerts get ignored, and outages are that much worse. In today's video, I'm going to take you through how to set this up in StatusCake in such a way that alert noise is reduced, whilst the setup is a lot more robust. Let's get started. When you first create your StatusCake account, your alerting group will be the email that you signed up with. Although email is a very good delivery system, just having one alert channel is very limiting, and emails, as we all know, can easily be missed. So what we're going to do today is add some more alert channels and get our accounts set up more robustly so these alerts don't get missed. First thing we want to do is navigate to contact groups and contact groups again in the left hand menu, and then you'll see this page pop up. As you'll see, your contact group is called default, so we want to click and edit this. First thing I will say is rename your group to something internal that you're going to know what it is. So this could be part of your company name or maybe the team you're within. So I will rename this StatusCake Alert Team. Next we'll see repeat alerts. Now repeat alerts are very, very good if you have a large team and you're worried alerts will be missed. I would always recommend turning these on. The default setting is 15 minutes apart for 5 alerts. So what this means is you'll get your initial alert during the downtime, and then you'll get another 5 alerts 15 minutes apart, or until the website comes back up or the alerts finish. So keeping that at the default settings, probably the best here for robustness. Next, we want to check our communication channels. I see this quite often with email addresses. Companies update their email addresses, maybe a company merges, new member of staff comes on board, old member leaves. Email addresses aren't updated. As you can see, I've got old email address at email.com here. So it'd be very, very important to update any contacts in your team that you need. Maybe check this monthly or when you know there's going to be a big change. Next, what we want to do is we want to look at adding a mobile number. Please ensure that you use your regional code here, otherwise it won't work. So SMS notifications won't be affected by the repeat alerts. However, they do use the free or paid credits on your account. So it's 1 SMS credit per text message per person, and ensure you add all of the people that you need and any aliases, so their name or their position in your company. Next, I'd always recommend adding an integration. I'll go through integrations in another video just to show you how easy these are to set up, but we have lots of different options. So we have options like pushover or Slack, which are really great. So I'd recommend 3 channels. So you've got your email channel, then you've got either SMS or maybe push, and then have a third communication channel such as Slack or perhaps Discord. This just means you have 3 ways in which you're going to be alerted, and it's a lot harder to miss. And finally, we do work through webhooks, so you can have a webhook here if you have particular triggers on your website, but we will go through that again in a later video. And that's it. Now we've added all the information, we want to save the contact group. We're done. Now that the contact group has been sorted and we have our new 3 alert channels, we're going to want to pop over to our test and give that a quick edit. First thing we want to look at is the check rate. So the lower the check rate, the more often and the sooner we are checking your server. This is really, really good for coverage. However, it can come with a trade-off. For every time there is a slight micro blip or a slight hiccup in your server, say a disconnectivity for a couple of seconds, we are more likely to pick up on that than with a lower check rate. So what I would advise is setting that to roughly about 5 minutes. You're still getting that great coverage, but you're getting a little bit less noise from your alerts. Next thing we want to check is the confirmation servers. So every time there's a downtime, we will check from an IP 1 time. Where the confirmation servers comes in is how many extra times we check in that batch. So with 0 servers, we're checking 1 time and we're alerting you that your website's down. With 3 servers, we're checking in a batch of 4. And what's important here is its majority rule. So if the first one shows down and then 3 successful attempts show up, we're going to show your website as up. So I would always recommend setting it around 2 or 3, depending on your personal needs, as it's a little bit more robust. Next, under contact groups, we want to look at the enable alerts delay. Now, this decides how long the outage goes on for before you're notified. For a lot of teams, this reduces a lot of noise because actually, do I want to know that my website's been down for 1 or 2 minutes, or do I actually consider an outage to be something more like 5? You'll know the answer to this. For me personally, I would set it at 5 or 6 minutes. So we still log the downtime, but we don't notify you directly until that threshold has been met. So there we have it. The test is now saved. We will now be alerted to 3 separate channels at the same time as reducing noise and making our monitoring a little bit more accurate.